Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday. Happy couple Fed speaker day. About all we got.
I got a couple 30 minutes after the open, caller, and then shortly after Barkin.
Yeah, besides that today, there's not really anything else. Hey, Roy, you forgot to send a message this morning in the thing.
Yeah. And I'm on mute.
So, see the gap here still didn't fill last night. We got down to it, touched it, and popped right back up. So right now we're watching this trend up. As everybody can see, I am in a long here. We played a candle by candle here and got in just a tad bit late, but it's okay. We'll see what happens here. It's not loving it right this second though, but it's giving you another candle by candle possibility. But we shall see how far it comes down. Let's roll through economic events today. Like I said, not much going on. You do have Waller and Barkin speaking. You have the Fed inflation expectations, 6-month and 3-month bills. Then you got Harker and Barkin again this afternoon. Any overnight traders, you got Japanese PPI coming out tonight. So be careful if you are doing that. Tomorrow is the big day of the week. We have CPI coming out at 7:30. Then you have Logan speaking right at market open. And then you see you got a few more Fed speakers speaking. You got the federal budget balance sheet coming out. Cisco close has earnings we talked about the other day. And then rolling into Thursday. PPI coming out. You got market speaking again. You got all your crude and gas inventories. Here's one to watch. The 4-week bill option. Pay attention to that on Thursday. And you have more Fed speakers plus Powell speaking on Thursday. That he is speaking about the economy. So you could see some stuff going on. And end of Friday, you got UK GDP numbers coming out. Let's scroll down here. We have Fed manufacturing, retail sales. You've got retail import prices coming out. And then you have more Fed Williams speaking. So you have more speakers on Friday. So today is probably the last day without any real major landmines. So what you thinking, Roy?
Yeah, I mean, it's been it's kind of how we mentioned in the chat. Anything exciting happening in the last few weeks, it's been just a roller coaster of events from big tech earnings to then the election to then the post-election results and how the market has reacted to that. So let me share my screen real quick, make sure I get all my stuff good. So yeah, I mean, what bond market was closed yesterday. Let's see how it reacts to the move. Really pre-market yesterday, kind of the market itself faded a little bit throughout the day. So do we get any volatility before CPI? Does CPI really even matter? Of course, it matters on some sort of scale, but it's not to the level that it used to be, where it was the economic report to watch. Yeah, so kind of going through the full. I mean, the theme of the weekend was crypto, and so we'll kind of start right there, and you see Bitcoin's down about 2% already, almost 3%, but it's looks like it may have found a nice little bottom at 85,000. Got all the way up to $89,993, and then came back down since found support at $85,010. So keeping an eye on crypto, as that's kind of been the big thing to look out for. So does today you get a little bit more action in the Mag 7? So as we start, Apple's up 0.1%, Nvidia's up 1%, so it's rebounding from its drop yesterday. Microsoft basically flat, nothing crazy there. Google same, flat. Amazon up almost 1%, 0.75%. Recovering from its drop yesterday. Meta 0.5%, and Tesla's actually red. So Tesla's been the big winner here the last few weeks, obviously with the election. And you've got now just maybe a cool off period for it as it's been on an absolute tear. I mean, almost historic tear from last Wednesday, a week ago. 247, 250 to 350. That is a big company making moves like it was shouted out by Atlas. So right now you're looking at it's kind of hanging around that 8. It's not really breaking down. It's not really breaking out. It just kind of has this kind of extended inverse head and shoulder kind of look to it. But could easily come right back down to VWAP and bounce. So we're keeping an eye on it all. Kind of like yesterday, not really in a, and we're already in a trade. I went along with you, but it's not really much to look at as far as events and market moving catalysts.
Yeah, the only reason I'm in a trade now is we had that candle by candle play out, and we are in a bullish trend since roughly 4 this morning. So just trying to run the trend up with it. If we get a pullback like we got, could have waited a little bit to the 8th probably, but looks like it could be possibly flagging here anyway. So we got about 20 minutes or so to open. So we very easily could get a pop here. Pop it on up. 33.50 is our high, overnight high. So that's why I have that level marked. We want to watch that level. We break out there, you can see. We got there. Well, actually, that's our close. That's pretty much our close. Or that's our high of our last candle. So we haven't been able to get back up and retest it. So, of course, if we can break through that, I think we could see at least 35, 34, 35, this top of this area here, possibly the 40 area, and break this high. So, all-time high was yesterday morning pre-market. So, look for them still to, if they want to push it up there. If they get close, they will probably take the all-time high out. So, pay attention to that. Other than that, we're just going to chill and watch this. It's not really doing much of anything either way right now. So I don't hate it still, but like I said, it looks like we could get a little possible flag here and pop back up. So we'll see how it plays out. We're not risking very much at all. $560 to make 1,000. So let's see what happens with it.
Yeah. And just want to throw it out there. I got both my sports picks right for the first time.
Hey.
So now it did take a fluke miracle on the college pick, but I'll take it. I had the over in the Colorado game, and it scored on a defensive touchdown at the very last moment.
You needed a break.
Exactly.
A couple of housekeeping things. First of all, please like and subscribe if you're not already. We put a lot of work into getting this thing going, and we appreciate y'all being here. And we'd love for you to like it and subscribe it and share it with your friends. So that, and tomorrow is going to be a travel day for Roy, so we will not be having a live stream tomorrow morning. We will be back Thursday, back on our regular schedule, but we will not be streaming tomorrow. So.
Yeah.
We broke below the 8, but so far that 13 is holding. So we'll see if the 13 continues to hold up, and then we'll go from there. 20 minutes to open right here. So.
Yeah, you want to see that 8 hold. Hopefully it can show some strength there.
Yeah. Let's see. I probably could move that stop down a little, but we're going to be safer with it and not take too big of a chance with it. These are combines this morning too, by the way. I know that I'm trading combines. I got this combine, then I had one that reset up night. So, ooh, that's a little candle. Do we have some news come out that I'm missing?
I didn't see. Let's see.
Not really seeing anything. So, kind of dropped down, hit that 21, and has bounced pretty dang good off of it so far.
Looks like that 21 also aligns with point of control.
Okay. Makes sense. Makes a sense. Well, it's really not flagging anymore, so we'll see what it does from here. You're right. VWAP definitely could be a play here. Bookmap's not really telling. It's got orders from 32.50 up to 35, and then low side to 23.75. Well, basically 26.25 all the way down to 20. So we shall see what it looks like. CBD is pretty much just neutral right now, so it's negative 60 to negative 100, which is nothing. So not really telling us a lot.
Yeah, the VIX isn't quite moving out either. It's just, I mean, it's up 1%, but
It's made a
doing VIX things, kind of weird candles, hard to watch it.
yeah. It is very strange looking for sure. Give me just 1 minute, Roy.
No problem. No problem. Take a look more back into out of my element, new environment. Let's see. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? Let's flip over to the VIX chart. Take a look at that. So you got the VIX, kind of a big candle, not big, gap up and then kind of fade back. We'll see if it can have any sort of continuation. But these VIX candles are not a lot of range, so can't really look too much into them this early on. AMD had a recovery, and now it's kind of maybe flagging a little bit at the top. It had a nice move up this morning from a drop that it had previously. We'll see if the buyers step in on Tesla. That would be something I'll be looking for from a more bullish move up. If buyers step in on Tesla, then I think you'd still get a pretty good confidence in the markets. Meta up 0.5%. Again, kind of looks like almost like news happened there, and probably an analyst update or something. Let's see. Yep, there it is. Analyst update. Okay, actually lowered it. I know they raised it from 620 to 650. Amazon coming down a little bit from its push up, but again, I think you want to see if money kind of rotates back into Mag 7 with all the crypto craze maybe cooling a little bit today. A much needed cool off for crypto, as it was just an absolute rocket ship over the last week or so. Taking it slow. Gold. So gold's a very interesting chart to me. It has gotten thrashed since the election, basically showing a lot of confidence in those results, and it's kind of snaked its way down in a downward trend. However, it did get to 2,600 overnight, maybe this morning. I think maybe it was early this morning. So we'll see if that is kind of that support for gold, and maybe it can push itself back up to about 2650-ish, 60-ish range where the 5-day moving average is. It's a lot of points on gold. But let's see if the fear, or sorry, not so much fear, but again, I think crypto just kind of sucked out a lot of money. We were talking about that yesterday off camera. Let's see if we can keep it. See if the money kind of comes back sprinkled into all these other assets now. Go back to ES.
Oh, were you looking at gold?
Yeah. No, it hit 2,600 overnight.
Wow.
And bounced as expected. 5 minutes. Yeah, not loving the last 3 candles.
No, not so far.
But
We'll see how it plays out.
Well, 15 minutes to open. This is where you get some fun candles, right?
Yeah. CBD is still pretty much neutral. Oh, they are loading up 60-40.
Really?
550 orders sitting up there. There you go.
There we go.
You got 1,000 orders sitting from 39.50 to 40. So, question is, how far did it come down before they pop it? Let's see. Howie, hadn't heard from you in a little bit. How you been, sir?
Yeah. Been a busy few weeks for everybody.
Yes.
Let's see. See if I can find some. Yeah. Oh, after hours today. We'll flip over to that. We got some interesting earnings. You got Shopify, Plug, Home Depot's this morning. After hours, you got Soundhound, Marathon Mining, Crypto Miner, Kava, Spotify, Oxy, and Rocket Labs. So cool.
Yep. Wednesday's interesting with Cisco after hours. We saw that in the economic calendar over there.
Yeah.
Friday earnings, a couple of darlings back on there we talked about yesterday.
Yeah.
So Howie said, let's see, there we go. Been good. Had some family come down to Mexico to visit. There you go. That's awesome.
Very nice.
Hope you enjoyed your time with your family. Good morning, Cashy Apps. Like the little ray of sunshine there this morning. I definitely need it because I am a little bit tired. So
yeah, it's kind of a slow start. I'm trying to see again. We're in a trade, but looks like you got stopped.
yeah, I got stopped out. We're gonna let it go. I still like those orders at 60-40, but I mean at 60-40, but we'll wait and see. You called it earlier. We could come all the way back to VWAP. I would definitely look for a play at VWAP. If we come all the way back down to 20, which you do have orders sitting around there, that would be a fantastic spot. So we'll see what happens here. If we got, like I said, we got like 11 and a half minutes to open. So here in the next couple of minutes, you should see a little more volume start to come back in, and then be ready for open. Germany just announced that there will be no budget freeze in 2024, so I guess that's a good thing for them. We did have a car attack in China this morning. Suspect was arrested. 35 people were killed. Wow. Hate to hear that. So
not good.
Pray for peace, folks. Pray for peace. Hopefully we can get back to where they're not fighting all over the world. Game not tested the 200. We talked about the 200 yesterday.
Yeah.
And we talked about it being below VWAP, and it stayed. And last night, got the cross. So the 200 is now actually above VWAP. So that is not a good look. We'll see how that correlates today. They're still pretty close. So VWAP could pop back above it, and everything's fine. So Germany also said it is not realistic to pass the 2025 budget before the election. I'm not sure when their election is, so can't speak on that. I'm just looking at the news when it comes across the wire here, because we're not getting much other news today.
Yeah, just slow news. I mean, I think me and you are both on the same consensus that CPI is just not that important like it used to be. And so
yeah, I don't think it's as important as it used to be, but you could still see a good move off of it. I don't think you're going to see the moves you used to see off of it, but
right.
You still should see a move off of it. So still be careful with it. Don't, because we say it's not as important as it was, doesn't mean it's not still important. So
yeah, I mean it's going to create some volatility, of course, and we do use futures or highly leveraged instruments. So
yep,
you can still get your hand popped.
But now we still wait. See if he can reclaim the 21 here and move back up, or does it reject back down? Or, like I said, this is about the time we start to see some shenanigans come in.
Yeah, we're at the bottom of your zone too.
Yeah. Got orders sitting at 32.50 all around there too, so pay attention there. Still that 20 areas is lit up. That's kind of what I'm watching those. That 40 level is just so bright on this book map. It is
yeah, it's
attracting me. I hope, let's see if it attracts the market up that way. I mean, it's just so, if you look at book map, and then this is the crazy thing. I wish I had it. I'm not sharing book map right now, but I was. You've got a level right here on this line. You are red right here on this line. And I bet if we go up, it's going to be up. So if we were to draw a line here, right there, that is your hot spots on book map right now. That is the only time. I mean, Roy's my witness. That's the only orange on the board.
That is the only, yes.
So there's your spot. And here comes a little pop on the 620 candle. Not surprised at all. That 33.50, 32 area, that could definitely be the spot to go to here. You can see it struggled right at 32 all morning. But we are getting a little volatility this time in this candle. I can't believe you hadn't called a candle by candle yet here.
I'm trying to be patient. That wick doesn't look good.
The wick does not look good, and I'm not really seeing much on book map that's pushing it back. So there's something somewhere we're not seeing. Don't know what it is.
I'll see if it's the return of tech today. It actually had a rough start to the week. Couldn't quite get going. So NQ's at 21,207. So, and it actually tested VWAP and held so far. Few candles.
You scroll out just a little. Let's just look at the last few days with the volume profile. You can see you have a huge volume profile right here, and you don't even have to look at this. You can look right here and still see it. It's there. This should, I mean, if this breaks either way, you're going to look out a little further and see what we got going on a little further down. You can see if it does break in the last 5 days or so, you do have a volume gap here. All the way down to 60.10. So I went to 60, around 12?
Yeah, pretty
10 somewhere. So right there, you still have it. So if we go down, we could see it pop. You saw last time this held. So lines back. CBD is about -400, so it's still pretty neutral, not really moving either direction. You would expect to see with these candles here, you'd expect to see a lot more on the negative side, so you're not seeing it. So that's telling you that the bulls are just letting them push this thing down. Somebody wants an entry somewhere, it looks like. So
yeah, and I mean the move that you've gotten over the last week or so, and be able to hold these levels even above 6,000 would be such a tip to the cap to
Yeah.
more longer term traders. But yeah, it's in buy the dip mode for a lot of people, and so how fast does a dip like a small dip like today and even yesterday attract some buyers?
Yep. Well, we will see what happens. We got 4 minutes to open here, so we're getting closer and closer. Let's see if we get a trend day today, if we get some kind of momentum going with the other, or if we kind of chop around like it's like to do here lately. So
yeah, yesterday, especially the start of the session, was just chop, and then it finally decided to move.
yeah. But if you look at the overall day,
yeah,
it dropped, but then it came right back and chopped all afternoon. We had
Yeah.
that one move, and that was your move of the day, and then that was all she wrote. Not really getting much on this calendar right here yet. Interesting. Right before open, we got 3 minutes left. I want to see where it opens at here. If it opens above these EMAs with those, you can see the 8 and the 13 have wanted to trend down. 21's sideways, VWAP sideways, which anybody that's traded with us knows we don't like VWAP being sideways.
No.
And VWAP's pretty much been sideways for a little bit here. So still no rush. Well, took a little L on the first trade. It's fine. Well, we have stop losses for. Of course, now it's bounced back up and we would be green again, but that's neither here nor there. We had a plan. We stuck with it.
Yeah, pushing it up 2 minutes before the open.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a pop to test that, at least that 33 area. To open.
Yeah.
At least that 33 area. We'll see. Let's see that. Let's see it go higher. You get a nice pop it open. This is what I was expecting on that last candle, but we're getting on this one. So usually you get some shenanigans. MO should be very interesting and open. Ooh, we're gonna take a little. The combines. We're gonna take a little gamble here at open. Let's see if we can get to those 40 area up there. And we're gonna move this stop up. So if we get a big drastic move down, we're good to go. We got 20 seconds, so let's see what we do in these last 20 and what we get it open. If they continue this push up at open, I'd love to see them take this 33.50 area out at open.
Yeah. That 40 level, I believe, was a little bit of resistance at the open session.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
And go the opposite so far. We get a dip down and pop back up. Oh, has not come out yet, so we're waiting on that still.
Got up to 60.32.
Yeah, it hit that. It needs to break through it here. Got orders popping all over the place on book map. So 35 is lighting up. Still got those orders sitting at 40. That's the key there.
So there's your high, new high.
Yeah, there's
higher.
see if we can break that 33.50 area. That's what we want to see break. That was yesterday's candle on that wick we were looking at. So let's see if we can pop through it. CBD was negative, went to positive. Now it's back to negative. It's just kind of popping around here. Like I said, nigga, orders are flying all over the place on Bookmap. It is a lot of volatility popping in and out. I'm not sure why yet, but we will see. MOO came out. Ooh, S&P was negative 40 million. NASDAQ plus 5, Dow negative 7.5, Mag 7 plus 2. We're getting a decent pullback here that I'm not liking. They could take these 23.75 orders that have been sitting there. That is a possibility. See if we bounce or if we break down here. They're pulling orders everywhere. This is a lot of volatility going in and out really quick here for some reason.
Yeah, flow. You had puts rising, calls falling, but it's too early to really show that. Chart.
And you got a good amount of time left on this candle, but it is not. Volume is fixed. I guess fixing at 20,000, so it is coming in a little bit. CBD's gone negative 1,400, but that's still pretty close. With that big red candle, it should have fell more because it was around 0. So we'll see what happens with this. We're gonna get a big could be a big nothing burger candle here.
Yeah, let's say looks like it could be a indecision candle.
Watch this 21 here. If they break this 21, this thing could get ugly. One thing you do have going for you, VWAP did turn up at open, so. But they are not following through with the first push, which kind of scares me. I got 400 orders sitting at that 32 level now again. 33 up there. See if they start moving those orders up. Move some of them up then. Let's see. Wait on this pop up.
So looking at
32 number, 33. That's going to be the sticking point.
Looking at Tide, you see put started up, kind of curling down. Calls started down, kind of curling up. Put volume starting higher. And then on holdings, you've got a cross happening at the top here. Very early, though, so you can't really read too much into it, but just kind of giving you the preliminary look.
Well, they have fought this thing all the way back up, which is a little shocking for me. I thought they were, well, now they're pushing it back down. So they brought it all the way back up with my entry there for a minute. It's not over with. 35, they moved those orders to 35. You can see up there, they're moving those up and down. You still got a ton of orders sitting at that 40 level, which is the brightest red spot on the map right now. So just remember, we've talked about these orders before. Typically end up getting hit, but they don't instantly go to it.
I like to keep us guessing.
35 has a ton of orders, and they just moved up a little. Let's see if we can get to that 35 level. CBD has gone from negative 15 to negative 600 now. We ended up getting 30,000 on that volume on that first opening candle there, Roy.
There's some pop there too.
Yep. See if we can get to that 35 level on this one.
We got Tide kind of curling up a bit. Again, kind of spaghetti mess, but you can see the calls pushing higher. You can see the put volume drying up. Call volume's taking over on the holdings.
33.50. Did it move up 33.75?
Pushing up higher.
Go. And There's 800 plus and the other boys over here.
Nice job.
Just held it, was patient with it. It got close to my stop. It got close to my stop over here. But you know what happened? It worked out.
Yeah.
So now let's see if we can get this combine back up. That trade that was almost y'all saw yesterday afternoon, the ones that watched it. We got, was it one tick away, Roy, from taking the profit and just tanked on us. So, and it hit the stop loss. So we actually finished the day red in it because of that.
So it is 60-30, that 60-33.50 is being a little booger.
Yeah. You got orders moving up though. That 60-40 level is just still, it's gaining orders. It's about 600 orders sitting up there now. You look at this whole level. I mean, that's 1,500. You take these in effect, that's 2,000 plus orders there in the dollar range or so. You think about that times 6,000. That's how much money is right there. Oh, there comes another pop. There's a 35, 40. Oh my goodness, come on, pop.
Come on, pop it.
Let's do it. Let's have a great day. It's a great day to have a great day. CBD's gone positive this time.
Yeah, Tide's definitely in the favor. Its calls are now pushing higher. You're seeing call volume has now taken over. You've gotten both on holdings and on general market Tide. So you just need some follow through here. A little bit of follow through will get us over the line.
Look at those orders from 39.25 to 40.50. Look at those orders. That is 15.2. That's over 2,000 orders sitting there.
Wow.
And Roy can attest if he looks at Bookmap over here. It is
just a beacon,
crimson color.
Yeah, beacon of light. So good deal. If we can get a little more push, I've got obviously in a long, I've got a sell at 37.50 for partial, and I'm going to let it ride to 39.75.
I'm going to say here, if we get this, if we come up here and test this 40 level, I'm going to actually move my my take profit up.
Okay.
And then we're going to trail. We're going to make this, put this back at break even. If it comes all the way back, that's fine. We'll take it. We'll look for another entry. But I think if it can get this 60-40 level, if it can break it, I think you have 45 and 50 on the thing. Let me go back and look. You got our all-time high. So what did I say earlier? If we get the break, we could see that all-time high push.
Yep.
So I'm going to move this. Let's just put it up there. We're just going to leave it there for now at the all-time high.
Well, and you would hope right now your 32.50 would come back as support since it was such a booger to break. Now it's gotten over it. If it can be a nice support area for us.
Readjust this so we can see we're looking for this next level here to break. That's where all those orders are sitting at, and they're pushing some orders up. So that's actually a decent sign so far. We're going to move this to the top of the zone for now. It's only $100 in profit, but guess what it is? It's in profit. So
yeah.
And if it comes back and takes that out, we can just get a re-entry and play the same thing over again if it holds. You're seeing the 30 level orders heat up on the 30 level on book mount. You still that 40 level. They're just, I mean, it's 780 orders sitting in that 39, 50, 40 area. Then you got 586. And those orders are coming in and out. So you got to be careful with those. Some of them. It's funny. So these, I think it was like 400 or 450 that started there this morning. It was an iceberg order this morning. I think I pointed out on pre-stream to somebody. All right, let's see if we can break back through it. They got orders. They're moving those orders above 60-30. And you still got that cluster sitting up there at 60-40. Where we're watching next.
I like that it's holding above 60, 32.50.
Yeah. I would like to see CBD run more. CBD is still right around 0, so kind of popped a little and came back too right before this move. So it was an exciting candle there for a minute. We made some money on one side with it. Let's see what happens over here. And once again, we're going to just focus on these combines and put these past. I want to get a full set, and we're going to actually I might make a video on come out with a game plan of how I'm going to trade them. Maybe copy trade some. Kind of go through why I would do what I do. So
yeah, be good. Good stuff.
Well, Roy, how's your Oxford trip been so far?
I gotta say, it's been above my expectations. I mean, I had high expectations. It's a beautiful town, nicest people you'll meet, and honestly, probably the nicest dog I've ever met. It's been great food, great environment, great atmosphere. It's been fun, man. Looking forward to one more day, and kind of sad to leave, but got to get back to the family.
Yeah, I get that for sure.
It's just a growing town. I mean, it's crazy.
There's a lot of stuff going on around here. So construction everywhere. All that good stuff going on. It's fun and scary all the same time. See it going. This is the small town is not so much of a small town as it was anymore.
So I put a stop on my trade at 60.32.50 to kind of see if it would hold it, and then if it did, I would look to re-enter. It tapped it, and so locked in $100 on 2 MES, which is kind of funny.
Hey, yes.
Kind of trading it back and forth.
Let's see if I can. I can't share.
3 MES.
The VIX is just tank it open.
I'll take it. I'll switch over.
I mean, if you look at, we should be up a lot more. Look at the VIX. The VIX.
Wow.
Drop. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Cash apps, just so you know, you shared that sunshine this morning. You got to do it every day now.
Yeah, it's gotta happen. That's a
until we start having bad days, and you can.
Yeah, look at this guy coming in. Meta coming in hot. 596.
Wow.
So obviously news there.
I was looking at that fact of the day, see if there's any news there.
Yeah. So you got Meta reported strong. Whatever. I think they got an analyst upgrade to 650.
Let's see if we have any news come out. A minute ago, we did have more Germany news. France and Germany work together on an EU capital markets initiative. Justin Welby, spiritual leader of Global Communion, something resigns. Ooh, sex abuse scandal. That's always great.
No.
Nothing else really is going on. I mean, Norway moves to take control over their natural gas exports. Okay. Demand concerns continue to dominate oil markets. So that's something to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
Have you noticed something? I can't believe I'm going to say this. Since the election, what have you heard from the Middle East?
Right. No, they're definitely quiet at this front now.
I mean, we hadn't heard any negative news out of the Middle East, have we?
Yeah. Well, I actually, the day after the election, I did see that Hamas was open to negotiation.
Right. Yeah.
And since then, it's just been silence.
Still, the best Trump story I've ever heard. This is not a political. This is just a a Trump story. They say that people saw it was like were flabbergasted, like jaws dropped, like holy crap, I can't believe he did that. But he was meeting, was it Hamas leaders he was meeting with?
I think it was either Hamas or some Taliban or
Yeah,
some
Hezbollah,
one
something.
of
It was
yeah,
something like that, and he was meeting with them, and he told the guy, "Hey, don't do this. You do this, you know, there will be repercussions." The guy kind of, you know, we do what we want to do. So Trump just slid over a picture and got up and walked off. And it was a satellite image of that second of this man's house with his wife and family outside. And the guy looked at whoever the general was at the time, looked at the general and said, "Is he serious?" He said, "As serious as a heart attack."
Wow.
And whatever they stopped. We'll do whatever you want us to do.
Amazing. Well, you have all of this technology and you got to leverage it.
Absolutely.
You got to. I mean, if you want something done, there's a way to do it. And I would argue that was pretty diplomatic. No blood was shed.
Yep. I mean, the world was a little more peaceful back then.
We got. Speaking of Trump, DJT getting a little dip today.
Hey, still, I'm still up on my little venture on them.
Good. See.
Catch you out. Said, if we get it on here, I'm acting up. There we go. Maybe. Hey, it's catching up with everything. Say sure. So we'll be looking for this every day. Did hit my stop there, so we took a little profit. We're going to watch it for a second here. CBD's come to negative 1,000. So
got about 10 minutes or 15 minutes till the Fed speaker starts.
Yeah, there's no need to take a chance here.
We were talking kind of a little bit pre-stream. Does it really matter for the Fed speakers now? In my opinion, no. But you just never know. It can definitely jostle the market if they say something.
Yeah, it's going to be something extreme, but to move the market. But these guys have known to say some stuff extreme sometimes, so you still have to pay attention to it.
Looks like it bounced right off the 8.
Right off that zone, right off the whole everything.
You got Tide kicked up, puts kicked up, put volume actually took over during that little move down. So it'll be interesting to see if call volume takes over, but the calls are exploding higher, but so are puts. Same story here on the holdings. So
that's an interesting view.
You could, I think we're gonna keep an eye on this one for a little bit. Because that can, if your puts start to slow and your calls can gain traction, then you could see that nice pop that we've been wanting all the way up to 40. Still about 8 points away. Let's keep an eye on that guy.
Yeah, we
nice wicks here. VIX. Oh,
yeah.
VIX kind of tricked us a little bit yesterday, but my gracious, Meta's going for 600.
Well, you notice we talked about volume a lot. If you want to swap to mine real fast.
Oh, yep. Get over there.
You can see we had a higher volume candle here. Mm-hmm. And you can see where it's coming in at on this push back up. So you can watch watch this to hold the pop. Even if we get a little pullback here after this one, this volume coming in on this downside to push it back up. So you'll get buyer stepped in around the 8 or the 13 EMA.
And you got market tide has gone green on that volume now. So,
and if you want to look at if you want to look at fibs from that low to that high, we came back, pop. We tested this 23.6. So it's funny, this 382, we talked about if it pops off 382, that would be a strong trend, right? Well, look what's right at the 38.2. You got your VWAP right there too. So And if you look at Bookmap, you got orders sitting right there on top of it. So you got a trifecta sitting right there all together. If we can get the pullback. So
SPX is at 6,005, so it could pull back to 6,000, find some buyers, and go from there. So obviously an important psych level. It actually did get down there and wick off of it at the opening candle. So that push up could have actually been folks looking at SPX.
remember when I first started trading futures, I can't remember who they were. Remember the group? I don't know if they were ever with Atlas, but Coach Dipka.
Yeah.
What was that group's name?
Kane
Capital.
Kane, yeah.
Which they disappeared off the face of the earth. But that's a different story. I know the Coach Dipka went a little crazy and had to delete all social media. So anyway, they used to trade ES, but would watch the SPX chart to trade it.
It's not a bad idea. I mean, the obviously that's where the majority of the volume and kind of money comes in is through SPX.
Yep.
So, and obviously doesn't trade pre-market, extended hours.
All right. They would look at SPY.
Yeah.
To get an idea, but it was weird. They just didn't look at the ES chart. Like, okay, when you're actually trading, let's not look at it. Oh, there comes that pop back up. Look, it's a taco rocha.
They got tied pushing up, kind of curling down a little bit, but that volume is what you're looking at the bottom of that chart. So, same thing here on holdings, but you are getting some insurance bets popping in on puts. I mean, both are above the zero line. What would be an extremely bullish move is if obviously puts drop below the zero line and calls can maintain above it with that volume staying higher. I was going to kind of show the SPX chart. I have it here. And you can see this is 6,000 right there. And it, where we at? I'll just throw it there. So there's your 6,000 line. And at the open, hit it, bounced, and now we're holding above. Now it's actually trading up beyond VWAP, but SPX charts only had about 20 minutes worth of data to do VWAP.
We're not getting the breakaway here. Shannon just had a pretty opening, good candle and a couple of few candles there, and I was like, we're gonna take a break, trend sideways for a second, on you.
Yeah, it looks like Meta got up there, first red candle of the day, forming. So it's cooling a bit. I said before the open to see if the dip buyers show up on Tesla. Looks like there was a little bit of a dip when they bought it up $5. Tesla's the one to watch, right? Because that's kind of the darling of the move. It's moved a lot, so if they continue to buy the dips on it, that just kind of gives you the extra confidence that the market has currently.
Right.
NVIDIA up %, so its dip got bought from yesterday so far. So as we kind of just meander around to look at anything, we've got a Fed speaker in about 5 minutes. Coin completely recovered from its dip, got to 306 this morning and is now up to 325. Good golly. Let's see. I got a long on Bitcoin. How's that doing on my paper trade? We'll show that. Hey, I'm up $271.
That's what I'm talking about.
So it's
Oh, is that for your competition you're in? You still in your competition?
yeah. I just put orders in and just have fun with it. It's actually a really good, like, kind of fight of boredom on the
Right.
you can just I'll throw a Bitcoin long, Bitcoin short, gold short. Yeah, kind of looking around. You got Oxy. They have earnings this week. You've got gold. It's kind of like gold, kind of flagging up, but gold went on a ride all the way down to 2,600 and it bounced. So it's got to look at a longer term chart on gold. Here's your hourly chart on gold since the election. You can see just the drop, the recovery, drop.
It's stair stepping now.
Yeah, which kind of makes sense, but we'll see if that 2,600 holds now, and then gold just kind of consolidate down there.
Oh.
On the flip side, ES just a bullish chart on the 1 hour, but holding this 8. This kind of looks a lot like kind of pre-open, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean it's this little trend here.
I'll flip over to you.
You got a trend channel going straight up. We're getting to the part where something's going to have to give here soon. Still not getting a pop. CBD is just concerning me that here we're not getting a move up. CBD's at negative 2,100 now. So it's growing here to the downside. So is it telling us we're going to get a move down here? Don't know. What's Tide showing now?
Tide is similar. I mean, puts continue to climb, but calls continue to climb. And call volume is now approaching, pretty good levels. But you're getting that insurance bets popping in. So
CBD just came back a little. First time it's broke back below 2,000, negative 2,000.
The thing about the insurance bets is at what point do they stop buying the insurance, and then is that where you get your pop? If this is actually what's going on, of course. But kind of looks like it to me. Both sides are. If we go out of the money, I'm sure calls. Yeah, just same. You're seeing a drop on calls here as I'm having it. So your move down could actually be coming.
CBD it popped a little, but you came right back down to negative 2,000. So I mean, we can see if you're following fibs, you can see this 21 level. You could actually anywhere from not here down. Yeah, so you got a big zone there you could come down to. Looks like we might get it this time. Maybe they can break that. That 13 is holding like a champ right there. Though.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Like it.
I was gonna say it's interesting that you got that candle drop because Tide was kind of showing you the slowdown in the calls about 30 seconds before that drop showed up.
Yep. CBD is now negative 2,400. It's not running way down, but it is holding these lows on CBD. Of course, we get a bounce right off that
right off
13.
Yeah, Tide still kind of lingering a bit. Not really.
Yeah, I don't.
It's that volume drop, though. Keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on it. We got a Fed speaker in a minute. He's going to start saying something, and we get there.
You got a lot of volume. You got a lot of volume on this candle here.
Mm-hmm.
We have the financial juice up, so if they say something controversial, we'll have it here for you first. Just don't really want to take a trade off anything here.
Yeah, it's kind of just it hit a new high, kind of lingering. It's now at that level, that 32.50 we had talked about all morning. It's not really
Waller makes no comment on economy or monetary policy.
All right.
Wah, wah.
We'll see if that pushes it higher.
He did say there are times when government can address market inefficiencies.
Okay. Good golly, Bitcoin on its run back up, 87,000.
We do have what 9:15. We have another speaker, right?
Yep.
Yeah. The Fed is ready to support private innovation, but are mindful of financial stability. I guess monetary policy is correct. He's not talking about monetary policy. He's talking about what they're ready to do. That's not monetary policy. Here we are testing this 13 again. Does it finally break this 13 or does this hold again? Seems like we got to come down to this 25 level or so and take these orders out down here.
A little uptick in calls happening. Not crazy amount, but something to keep an eye on.
Waller said, I still do not see a case for the Fed digital dollar.
Okay. Well, there's a few members of the Fed that kind of anti the digital dollar.
CBD is now negative 3,600, so be careful if you're going long.
You got a MACD curling down too on the 5 minute. I'll show you that. You see that kind of waves it's been doing. So if it does want to break, there's a spot that it could dip down, maybe to VWAP, which is only about 4 points, 3 points, but this is a bearish candle so far.
Negative 4,000 CBD is going in the direction it seems it should be going now.
Tide, interesting enough, is kind of cooling a little bit. Calls are kind of spiked up and then kind of flattened out. So you're getting a move. It's not following flow. And there's your move down. Probably good to get that orb low VWAP area.
Negative 5,100, negative 52. It's dropping fast, boy.
Yeah, this is a push down. Could be one of those stop loss things.
Could be.
And we were at the highs of the day. I mean, we're only a few points off of it, so.
Ooh.
So.
They're dropping those orders below 60.25 now. We'll see if we can. Here's what you want to see hold. 2750 area. If it does not hold, hang tight.
Right in your zone, too. That's a big candle.
That's a big, ugly candle. Don't chase it. Wait for it to pop back up here, and then if it doesn't, there'll be another move.
SPX just broke below 6,000, 5999.
CBD's negative 6,566, climbing. Gonna see negative 7,000 soon. Just could get ugly, boys. Could get ugly.
Yeah, that's a substantial candle with volume.
Lots of volume.
So
I mean, it can't be the digital dollar that did this, right?
Yeah, no, something is I think beyond our scope a little bit. Again, it's just it was at the top. It was.
You need candle by candle traders. Here's you a candle by candle.
That's a big one, yeah.
Got 15 seconds left in this one, so we are fixing to hit negative 7,000. There it goes. Negative 75. It just skipped 7,000.
You're seeing a little bit of a spike on the VIX. Flipping over real quick, market tide. You're seeing the drop now in calls, so a little bit of a delay there to show that move. So we want to see what a retest of VWAP and a rejection.
I'm going to set an order there and there.
Going to market tide. You're kind of looking see if that drop stops. Your puts are rising, so you are a little bit of a crash course here. Still got a little ways. And look at that on holdings. It did cross, so holdings dropped.
All you got to look at is right here.
Flip over.
This is all you got to look at.
Ah.
Can't see it. We're hid. You want to unhide it or unhide it?
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
Yep. This is all you need to look at right here.
Yep.
That's it. That's showing you everything you need to know. There was a lot of volume. The second highest volume of the day so far came to push that thing down. So, I don't want to chase. I'm going to see if I can get one here. Well, take you out. See if we can get one. Let's take us to the low of the day.
I put a little short at VWAP. I don't think we're going to get there, but
I've got another buy order up there right below VWAP too. So negative 8,200 on CVD.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was telling the story.
Yeah,
put volume is now taking over call volume.
Oof.
Yeah.
Nice drop. Going to run it all the way down. Did you get filled on short run?
I did not. That missed me by about a point by the time I got it in there. So.
1750 just lit up.
That was a spot yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Your point of control is now right where we're at, 2375, due to that volume that came pouring in. So I'm going to actually move my short order down to that point of control if it gets up there and rejects. Your tide is kind of doing that little fake out curl thing, but nothing too crazy. Let me flip over.
Yeah, CVD's kind of chill for a second. So
your put volume definitely showed up. I mean, that is now taking over the call volume. And
we still have to break that 20 level. That 20 level is still
in
my mind, the key to break there. Yeah, you're looking now at that white line there.
Gotcha.
That white line breaks. Let's think about this realistically. Just look left. Let's look at 15-minute left. Yep, right there, this level. And if that breaks, you got one at 6,000. So 6,000 is definitely not off the table yet.
You had said even yesterday that somebody was wanting to get, or I think this morning, sorry, it could look like somebody was wanting to get in. A lot of people may want to be getting in. I'd say you're going to see some buyers show up at 6,000. So if you can get down there, you can attract quite a bit of folks.
You're going to pop here, but CVD is not. It's not liking the pop. It's still negative 8,300.
Yeah, your flow is kind of similar. I mean, calls are basically flattening out. Puts are flattening out. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, those orders at 1750, they didn't move to 20. So, like we said, we call levels out, but on these orders, they don't always stay there. They're moving orders. They're fluid, so they're in and out. A lot of games are being played behind the scenes that you can't see.
So 2650 would be a one-on-one, another one. So I did get filled on one short. MES, though, I'm not messing around with.
You're in an XFA too, right?
Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of volume though on this candle.
Yeah, that's these last two candles have been quite interesting to say the least.
Put volume just evaporated. It's almost green now on the call side.
Well, could have had all your dip buyers step in.
Yeah.
CVD's not suggesting that yet. They're still holding negative 8,400.
Give it a whirl. If it breaks above VWAP, then I know the trade's toast.
So you got a tad bit of room here. So if it breaks above VWAP, your 8 just crossed your 21 to the downside. We talked about this yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm.
That is a barrier sign. Well, they're actually going to be on top of each other probably. But you got this room, unless this breaks the 13 breaks that they're on, which is the highest one right now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one I would be worried about. Those volume counters at the bottom, are those through Trading View? Those are through Top Step X area. So go to your indicators, and you can see I have all mine, but type in volume, and then there's your volume there. I don't need to add it because I already have it. I need to add it again. So
Right.
So we got this room right here. This is the area to pay attention to. I'm going to actually swap to this one. CBD's come back a good bit. I don't know. Let's see if we can get a move off this first. Oh, this breaks.
Well, that's a tide has kind of turned back bullish. You got puts curling down, calls curling up.
Yeah, is this your fake out?
Your volume. So
was this your fake out or is this your fake out? Because it's just now retesting this trend zone. So.
Right.
We'll take a quick chance here on this one. We're not going to risk much of it, though.
Strong candles, both sides.
Larry said he's still trying to figure this platform out. Absolutely, man. This is the place to ask any question you have with it here. That's what we're here for. So sometimes we take advantage that people already know stuff when there's no way you could have done it already unless you ask somebody. So definitely ask questions. CBD's holding negative 7,500. We've moved what plus 800, 1,000 on this move up. Orders are popping all over the place still, though. Popping up all over the place. I'm not seeing anything else from Waller, so I'm assuming he might be done. If they can close this counter below VWAP, that would be
lovely.
Very scarce. And we still got a minute and a half in this candle, so anything could happen, but CBD's negative 7,900 again.
So we're in Tide. Got Tide kind of snaking. Nothing. No really update. Call volume is dropping a little bit. Call premium dropping and puts are slight uptick, but nothing worth really.
Man, what a candle!
Yeah, that's a candle. That's a. That was you calling it out, coaching it out. Just because you broke VWAP didn't mean it was panic time.
No, you got to be patient on it. Sometimes it's. Instead, if it broke here, this is where you want to see the breaking clear. If it cleared that to have more move up, and it got right up there and rejected right back down at it. So this candle, I mean, there's 20 seconds left in it, so still could get back above VWAP here. I still like it to the downside so far. You do have a low volume coming and pushes back up, back to VWAP now. These dirty dogs. What are you going to do with it? Negative 8,000 CBD. Right below it. Close right below VWAP. So could see a little pop here, then drop back down. If we can get the breakdown, we should take that low. But we hadn't been get the follow through the last couple of days all the way through it, so we might not reach there. And it might bounce back up here. Heck, who knows?
Yeah.
Like the 7,900 again. We're kind of teeter-tottering around with it. If you notice, I mean, we get a break. We're going right back to VWAP. Break, right back to VWAP. Break, VWAP. Barkin is speaking now. The Federal Reserve is in a position to respond appropriately regardless of how the economy evolves.
Okay.
The Federal Reserve is, they just said it the same way again, just a little differently. When you're quoting a couple of different news sources there. The Fed's focus may turn to upside inflation risk or to downside employment risk. U.S. Supreme Court rejects Trump ex-aide Meadows' bid to move Georgia election case. I don't know what that's about. New York judge pauses proceedings in the Trump hush money case. Imagine that now. Walk from here, the labor market might be fine.
Nope.
Or might continue to weaken.
You don't mind if this trade might be fine, or
Yeah.
it may be bad.
He also said inflation might be coming under control or might risk getting stuck above the Fed's 2% target. I mean, can we speak out of both sides of our mouth more than we're doing right now? Literally just said twice and didn't answer a thing. But hey, economy looks pretty good and the labor market looks resilient according to Barkin. So, or it doesn't. The Fed has started the process of recalibrating interest rates to somewhat less restrictive.
Yeah, you're getting basically flattening out on Tide. Nothing really there. 24.50 seems to be the spot it needs to break, isn't it?
Well, I can guarantee you one thing. It's either the market's going to go up or go down.
You should apply for the
Come
Fed.
back tomorrow for more insight.
That's funny.
Ugh.
Get a little volume on this push down. That would be
Yeah.
lovely.
Let's see if we can follow through with it here. CBD's not running away. It's negative 8,082. It's gaining a little momentum as soon as I say that. I mean, it's crazy. Look where it bounced last time.
Yeah.
So you're looking at good levels. There's 61.8. This is your golden zone here we're in.
It's a good candle.
Yeah, if it can break it, we should go. And that's not necessarily I'm saying we are going. Should go to that low though, I would think.
Well, man, here we go. They're gonna cross. They're gonna cross. You got puts rising, calls falling. Call volume is slightly declining. We'll see if they cross here.
You got the 8 fixing across VWAP to the downside, which is another bearish indicator. So we'll see.
They are on top of each other. And
Yeah, so just picture that call, the green calls there. That's actually your 8 EMA. They're actually your VWAP, and that's exactly what the chart reflects.
There it is. All right, so there's your cross. You did get a little pop in the market, I see. Just a hair.
There you go, Roy Easy. Look at it. Look.
Let's see.
Days made.
Nice job.
Well, there, we'll get it in a second. Hit it once. All I can hear in my head is, oh. I was only saying patience and waiting for 90 EMA just to go short, and now 5 points. Great job with 5 points here, sir.
Fantastic.
Love to hear that.
So it is holding this fib level so far.
It's holding the fib level. CBD is negative 8,400.
But
did we get a fake?
Oh man, I mean, it could go up, it could go down, right?
Yeah. I mean, one thing's guaranteed: the market's going up and it's going down, or vice versa.
One thing is guaranteed: is Nvidia is going to go up. It's up 2%, by the way.
That's crazy, isn't it?
So
VIX has had a nice pop here. It dropped to 1481 and it's gotten all the way back up to 1504.
So you're getting this move down to now. See if we can hold it. Still early. Still early.
It is that. We need to see if we can take 3 of those off the board if it can come all the way back down. Only have 3 of these. That's pop. CBD still holding negative 83, 8,400. You got a wall in here below 60.20. That's the space. Let's see. We got there. Didn't like the look below, so it stopped. But those orders could move down. We've got a ton of orders sitting around that 6,000 mark too.
Yeah. Kind of a longer approach here.
Yeah, we're back to those 450 sitting at 60.42. So that block order there is a 400. Looks like a 450 lot order. So if it does get some action again, we can about guarantee 450 of them are one person or one institution.
Flipping back over, it's a pretty interesting chart here on Meta. Went up to 599 and rejected hard. It's already back down to 588.
Wow.
Your Tesla never really got buying momentum, so it's just kind of lingering. What did get buying momentum is a video. Dropped a little bit and then has gone now up. Is up almost over 2% on the day. So Nvidia's kind of carrying everything as normal, but your Mag 7 is basically flat to red outside of Nvidia. But VIX here is popping, like you said. It's back over 15. NQ's at a kind of a psych level of 21.2. So we'll see if it can. Its orb low is 21.18. This kind of coincides with obviously ES moving down. Coin's kind of cooling off a little bit from its pop, but still, flirting around 320. Bitcoin went up, got the VWAP and rejected. Wow, to the nose. Should have put a sell there. Let's see. Dixie, almost 106. Holy moly.
We're getting a pop here too.
SPX below 6,000. We'll see how long that lasts. Looks like it tried to get back above it and rejected in the last candle. So that could be kind of the pop that you're seeing. The fights that you're seeing right now is to see if SPX can reclaim that 6,000.
Yeah, the VIX popped up to its 200 day.
Market tide, you did get the cross. Now you've got puts curling a little bit down and calls curling a little up, but from a pretty good move down.
One thing I've noticed, and you can verify this now. Go back to market tide.
Yep.
You basically just need that volume on the bottom.
Yep.
That's what's telling you, like, you get a little sign up top, but that volume right there is telling you to tell.
Yeah, you can see how it.
Actually, the crazy thing is, so you see the volume is getting tighter to that zero line on both sides, which means it's evening out. And if you look at Bookmap with CBD, we're negative, but it's holding. It's not moving one or the other. So CBD is actually reading exactly what your volume is reading there.
Interesting.
Which means that it's leveling out.
And then there you go. You see the tide shifted on the holdings to the red side on the volume. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, here's the question. Are we flagging here? Bear flagging, or let's back up. You said it earlier. You really had an inverse head and shoulders here.
Yep.
Shoulder, head, shoulder.
Yeah.
So you can see a pop back up. It breaks. Actually, if it breaks this low right here, it pretty much takes that shoulder out, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, are we technically in the golden zone, though, right?
Yeah.
So if you were.
This is your golden zone right here. This 24.50 to 21.50 is your golden zone on this move.
All right. So if you're
Look where all our wicks are forming at.
At 2450. Holding up like a champ. Now it's starting to wobble. Let's see if it became resistance. It's just so tight right now. So
yeah. CBD still negative 81, 8,000. It's fluctuating between about negative 78, 79 to negative 83 to 85. So about 1,000-point move there either way. That's nothing on the CBD, so you know. You're gonna see it start moving. A lot of times, and the reason I'm paying so close attention to it, a lot of times when you get this consolidation, CBD is gonna give you a sign first before it starts to pop. You're gonna see it move really hard one way or the other, and that's letting you know where the volume's coming in at. But right now it's just chilling, so it's letting you know the volume is coming in right here on line with it.
Tide did have a little push up in calls here, so they're actually growing pretty hard. Flowing here, you get the volume drying up on the put side with call premium rising. I mean, that's a pretty vertical move in premium, which is moving the volume up. So you could actually see that golden zone being a spot where people are buying right now as it's held that level.
I mean, so far it's looked that way, so
Yeah. I think if you linger one more candle here, you're probably going to get some move to the upside as buyers get exhausted at the bottom of the hour.
we don't want to took on this one. We took that little bit. We don't have as much room on this side, so we're just going to go on and lock that little bit in and let this play out. I'm still watching. So my stop is up here. This is the level I'm watching right here. You got your 8 just crossed below the VWAP. VWAP's trending down. Your 13's coming down. Your 21's coming down. Now, it's not going to take much to flatten VWAP back out and to hold these two right on top of each other. So we'll see. You get this break, though, where you want to look. Not just the VWAP. It's got to break the EMAs, which, if you look back the last couple of days, those have been the key, and it just rejected the 8 right there.
Yeah, it did.
Right on cue.
It's a nice rejection.
And once again, the day is flying by. It is 9:30. We've been here for an hour and a half.
I can assure you, it did not feel like that.
I think we've been in this trade for an hour and a half.
Wow.
I'm kidding. We hadn't, but it feels like it.
feels like it some days. You're I know you're going to be shocked at this, but Nvidia's approaching its high of 149 plus.
Let it go.
Its high is going to be 149.95. 150, of course, is where everybody. Oh,
that 117 inch is looking better every day, isn't it?
does. You understand the buy the dip process.
Yeah, I was one of the I'm one of the people I complain about sometimes. Let's see what we're doing over there on that side of the world for me.
What an indecision candle here too.
Yeah, but I mean, you're getting a flag here. Let's just draw it this way.
Yeah.
There's your flag. I'm not keeping it there because I'm gonna get super annoying if I do. I need to run to the restroom real fast. I might need you to.
You got a got a nice nice move down here. So if you break that 2150, 60 2150, you get that low day move. That would be awesome. Awesome. Flipping over to Tide. Not really seeing that move play out. I mean, you do have put volume in charge. You have premiums moving up. excuse me, you have calls moving up. So it could just be doing its thing. But that rejection on the 8 near VWAP on the last candle is telling, and there's your breakdown to below the bottom Bollinger Band. You're now testing 6021. So now it's testing that fib that Lonnie had on his chart. We'll flip over to that. So now we're approaching that 6020 level, of course. We'll see if we get a bounce here off the 6021.50 or if they can actually break it. It looks like they did a little bit of a bounce there. See if that's premature or if there is some follow through on that. Put volume still in control, and just mixed signals across to both tides. You've got SPY Holdings had a little bit of a red and then spike right back up in the volume, and then you had kind of general market tide getting puts higher, but now you see calls kind of climbing. It looks like that 2150 was a nice holding spot for now. It bounced 2 points off of it. So we'll see if there's any sort of follow through on the buying. But the resistance level is pretty clear. It's the 8 and it's VWAP. So
CBD's right at negative 8,900. So
it's just going to keep stair stepping.
Maybe. Hey, it's either going to keep stair stepping or it's going to not.
I thought we were going to get the break there. Thought it was on the menu.
Yeah, it's I got those orders at 20. They're going to have to move for it to do something. We shall see. We shall see. Holding right around. CBD's holding right around negative 9,000.
They are dip buyers somewhat showing up on tide. Over there, you're getting a spike in premium. You're getting a little bit of a curl up on the volume. And then on holdings, definitely you're at the highest call volume you've had all day. There is an appetite here for buyers. Now, whether they get slaughtered is another.
VIX is looking interesting.
Yeah, so VIX back below 15. It got up. You had called it and then rejected it. Is that 200 you said?
Yeah. Right on it.
So we'll see. See if there's.
I'm still liking this to the downside. I don't know. I actually agree with Tide right this second.
Yeah, Tide's cooling a little. It's starting to flatten out. I mean, both are above the premium line, and puts do have the most volume still.
You are seeing some orders pop up a little bit here, but you didn't see a minute ago. They're kind of coming in and out, so I don't know if they're spoofing these or what they're doing with them.
Looks like another test of 2450.
Took that. So we're still here. We got 3, still short. I guess we got to what?
You got orb, 8, and VWAP all at the same level.
Yeah.
You got calls continuing to rise in market tide. Again, kind of curling up here. You got really curling up on holdings. So they are buying calls in the big boys. I think it's this guy, NVIDIA, 149.53.
Yeah, go back to look at your.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Refresh. Yeah. Refresh. Oh my gracious, Tesla.
Wow.
So they are buying Tesla. Look at DJT there. SoFi, Upstart Coin.
I mean, that's just not. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, the difference there.
Go to your bottom.
So we go.
Interesting.
No, what do we got here? Let's come on. No way. All right, there we go. That looks right. NVIDIA 58. That looks normal. Tesla down. Okay, yes. All right.
What were we looking at
I
a
have
minute ago?
no idea. So NVIDIA is your winner. Shop. Did they have earnings this morning? Yeah, they have earnings this morning.
Yeah.
So I can skew that. Meta getting some bids. ServiceNow, Adobe, and on the downside, Tesla, SPY, SMCI. But you're seeing call volume rising.
You're seeing CBD hold right around negative 9,000 too, though. Right around there. It's negative 88 now.
Yeah, it's got to break that cluster, of course, and it's going to be
negative 9,000. It's popping. You're seeing a little move here with it. Still not able to push it all the way, and it's funny. So we're seeing it a tad early on CBD, and then you went to the tide, and it showed it.
Yeah. Let me go back
there.
Tide. Getting it little tick down, puts flattening out. Same story on the holdings. Excuse me.
Well,
yeah, you have been in this trade forever, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, why get in and out? You can just get in and stay all day.
You know?
And be $500 up. It is what it is.
NVIDIA is on a down tick. It could not break 149.50. It's
getting a nice little
49.
couple back-to-back good bullish candles here.
Oh, yeah.
After you had some bullish candles and a bearish candle and a bullish candle. But this is a candle by candle played out to the long side here. Could have got a few points off of it so far. See if we can break this cluster so far. No, but we'll see. It's not done yet. We've got a minute and a half left here. All right, we know where the golden zone is. I'm going to take this off to free up a little room to see here.
Could go all the way back up to your uptrend.
Real good.
There's definitely buyers that showed up down at that golden zone.
Yeah, if everybody remembers, this is this whole area here. Consolidated. But I mean, we're still flagging in it.
Still flagging, right? And you are getting a rejection so far.
We are getting a little volume coming in on this candle. We have 30 seconds, and then it just turned into an ugly candle.
Yeah, it did. Look over
with the volume just came, and the volume came in pretty good right there.
Slight
watching in here, it popped in.
Slight curl up in puts, nothing crazy, but there's a curl up in puts.
And we are going to close this candle with more volume with the bearish candle. So take that for what it's worth. I'll see if they can push it down. That would be one to push it down on if they could. They had the momentum back down. We shall see. We can get the breakdown. 89, negative 8,900 CBD around there. It's just It went as low, just stands at negative 84. And then bounced right back up on that move down. That's 89,000 in there. The VIX is, you're getting weird candles with the VIX over here. You got a red candle on the VIX with the red candle on ES. Now you're getting a little pop on the VIX. Close to the VIX, kind of close to the or below. ES is below this or below. AQ is right in the middle of its or, so 15 minutes. So take that for what it's worth. Again.
Just not getting, that follow through.
Yeah, it's not getting any follow through to either side, actually. So if you're watching, you think here, hey, it's fixing to pop all the way back up, then it gives you this ugly candle. Here, indecision, not so good. You think, oh, well, we're back bullish again here. Nope, we're gonna give you this candle here next. So good luck reading candle by candle.
This is why some strategies have to be on ice.
Yep.
Certain days.
Well, I just showed you like this one. This gave you a candle by candle here.
Mm-hmm.
You just had to take a profit quick.
Right.
You couldn't hold them all.
And there's enough reason to take profit in all those lines.
Well, you got Japan's prime minister and China's Xi to meet on Friday in Peru.
Let me step aside for a second. Let me use the restroom.
Yep. So just watching here and see what happens. We're still in the same area. CBD still negative 8,900 or so. So you're blocked. You want to see this break down here for the flip down. It's got to break 20. And it looks like now these EMA clusters, you watch for upside move, if anything. Get a decent push here, but CBD is not saying it's a strong push. It's just now negative 89. So you didn't see a lot come in with it. We will see. You play it by ear. 21 break and a 20 break, and we should see this low. Let's make sure we're there. Let's look back just to see where we possibly could go if we do break down. See, that's still not falling. Things will come back to that. There's your one. You got this level over here to watch. So you could see it 850. I might be asking a little much for it, but that could be a possible spot. CBD's gone to negative 94. So let's get back over here and find out what is happening. We were looking left. We got some stuff happening here, and here comes a 20 test. So break this 20, and we got a good move. Negative 10-1 to CBD.
Oh, man.
Or if you look back, I moved my take profit to this level here.
Gotcha.
3,000. This is, you can see it was resistance, and it held a support here. So we're going to see if that'll work out if it gets that low. We are going to move our stop down. We're going to go to that cluster there. So now we're guaranteed $375 in this trade. So winning trade, it can do. We cannot do no wrong on this trade now. The question is, how much profit do we get out of it? I'm going to actually take it to that one. So I'm going to guarantee at least $560 in trade. And of course, if this was an XFA, I have three. What I would do is I would be scaling out, and I would hold a runner since this is just a combine. I'm not saying a combine is less than anything, but since it is a combine, I can take a little more chance on it, so I can just trail the full move down. And like I said, we're guaranteed $560. So no matter what happens, this trade will finish green. And technically, you could probably bring it to, let's see, there and guarantee $750. And now we're just going to follow candles down. So if we continue to go down, of course, we might get stopped out here. If we don't, we will look for, not when this candle closes, but when the next one closes. I'm a little tight here. Technically, I should be up here. You should be one candle behind when you're trailing down your candles, in my opinion, because you don't want, it could actually go above this and come straight back down. If I had it here, you got a lot more to move to break through, if that makes any sense to anybody.
Makes sense.
Like if you was following, say you got in here, and you was following candle by candle, and you're just going, all right, this candle closed, so I'm going to move it here. This next candle would have came right up and stopped you out, and then right there, reverse back down. If you were on the previous candle, you had room, we'll say this candle, you had room to here. So, I mean, there's different ways to do it. This is super tight here for me. But I can actually re-enter if I like it back short. CBD's negative 11,000 here too, so you got to pay attention to that. What is tied?
A little pop. Yeah, you got a little pop. I mean, you had to move down on calls. You got put volume, had a spike. You got a little call pop here, which is not unexpected.
On the green candle.
Yeah, which is not unexpected given a drop at 60-20. So we'll see if there's any follow through on the buying, but let's kind of look over at Mag 7. See, you got Nvidia is getting bought up on its dip, but and as is Apple, which is kind of surprising. Apple's not really showing what the market is showing, and Nvidia is not as well. So something is pushing it down. We can kind of go to market tide real quick as we kind of follow this and see what.
Wow.
It looks like materials, healthcare, consumer discretionary, wow, it's basically everything.
Let's not push it.
So this is where the more fake outs can happen, right? So keep an eye on Apple, though. I mean that's a pretty strong move up on a move down on ES. So if Apple can continue and Nvidia can continue, how much can they push up the entire market?
All right.
So nice stuff, good stuff. You are seeing a little bit of continuation on tide for the premium, not so much of the volume. So it could be a little bit of a fake out on the screen candle.
Yeah, CBD's negative 11,500. So I'm still not liking this move up. It looks like, 25 is probably tops. Roy, they just pulled half the orders at 60-40 too, by the way.
Oh.
We now got 200 orders sitting there.
Oh.
Let's see 60-25 hit here, which is right below VWAP. I mean, you could see a rejection from that. That's something they moved those orders there.
Yeah, yeah. A little bit of lack of confidence.
Yeah. Which is actually telling you they want those orders to fill. Or they needed them to move them somewhere else. Somebody could have had their whole firm's money in that one spot there. Look, we're getting this move up, and CBD is negative 11,400. Kind of slowly grinding up. So CBD is telling me this is not sustained, but we'll see.
Yeah, Tide volume is kind of saying the same thing. Your put volume is kind of creeping up or slowing down a
Mm-mm.
bit, but it's the premiums that are kind of throwing everybody off a bit. But that the holding volume is going up. But again, I think you're going to see that because of Apple. I mean, Apple is pushing now high days. Um, and you've got Nvidia pushing up as well. Basically, looks like a flag and holding its 8 near its high days. Obviously, if both of those crack, things get really ugly given the rest of the market. But your dip buyer showed up a little bit on Tesla, pushed it up, and is now kind of holding, but still down, just down less than 2% now. Was down way more earlier today.
Had a little bitty pop in CBD there.
Mm.
It was 11.5 and it's 11,000 now. So just something to keep an eye on. Not a lot, but you are seeing a little pop here with that. 10.9. See if they can continue to push this up or if it starts moving back to the negative side more.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you would want a strong move down um, to break that 60-20 for good,
Yeah, let me
and then
bring
just run away from it. But it just keeps lingering. You did have a rejection here if we went back to our fibs at that 2150.
Yeah, this was your. So it's getting down below the golden zone. 50 to 61 is the golden zone. Here's kind of your danger zone. The 1750, if it breaks, you can throw this fib chart away at that level because you got to redraw your fibs at that point because it's more than likely going to the zero. But that's a lot on the screen at once. So to make it easier to see, I like to keep it off right now. I wish you could just hide one individual
Yeah.
one and keep the rest of them up. Yeah, I'm interested. So 6,000 is catching a few more orders down here. Kind of happy you're looking at book mount. Book mount's black. The regular back screen is black. And then you start seeing like a light blue, white color. That means orders are building.
Mm.
6,000 is getting some blue. It's getting a darker color blue. It goes from darker blue to a red to a dark red to almost a black red, almost like. But you're seeing that area light up down in that area.
And you got the orders are stacked to the downside at what levels?
Well, you got this whole
Gotcha.
cluster
Yeah.
right here. So, and it coincides with saying that 1750 is going to have to be the one to break with looking at book map. So we're getting pushed down below 20 again. So your 1750 area is going to be right here on the chart, which you can see why that's an area of concern. They just updated the chart here. We got some big time orders coming in right below us here, so we'll see what happens. Watch this level. They've thrown a few orders in there, and a lot of orders in there, and it's turning all color. They're moving them around everywhere. This is your break, and then this is your secondary break you're looking for. So if anybody's a breakout trader, if we go from 18, you probably could look at 13 being your next point of profit. So if you are a breakout trader and you get there and get you 5 points or so, possibly, if we get that break. It's wanting to hold up now, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it does.
CBD's right at going towards negative 12,000.
Puts are
spot 12.
puts are rising, calls are falling. Let's throw that on the screen.
Let's see if they can get this break here. 1750 break key, in my opinion.
You're getting a slowdown in Apple a little, just a hair.
Trump is expected to try to halt the TikTok ban.
Okay. I mean, why? His dance is going to be trending. So
Negative 12.4 on CVD. All this is going to try to fight right back up to the 60-20. But if it serves as a resistance now, that's actually
that's
fine for your shorts. We've got just a few minutes left in the stream today.
Wow. That flew by.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Like I said, we will be off tomorrow. Roy's traveling tomorrow.
Yep. No stream tomorrow.
Then we will be back on Thursday, and then we'll be off again Friday because I like my weekends now. I like my 3-day weekends. I trade a little bit, but it's just I'm here, 15 minutes? I'm here and I'm gone, and I'm on to doing something else. I've been enjoying able to get away and kind of do what I want to do on those days. So,
well, and the resets, right?
We got to have reset days. If you don't have reset days, this is a mental game 100%. So you got to be able to refresh the memory bank up there. So we're on the 1750 area again. So
stretching, leg hurt.
We're gonna get the breakdown. We'll wait until we get this breakdown before we go, though. Oh, come on, you gonna do it now? Can't get the push all the way down, but I want to see negative 13,000 CBD. I'm telling you what, we get close. Wait a minute, we can leave y'all on a cliffhanger. Don't. Ready to survive or not? That is the question.
It's a nice move down.
Yeah, I'm sitting there looking. I'm just like, I just realized I'm like $2,000 up.
Look at this
on this trade.
I
had no clue.
You don't see this very often. I'll flip back real quick. Look at the put curl up there.
Wow.
Just curling. And so you're getting the volume to coincide with it. You're getting a move up.
You can see I moved those two candles. Those are tweezer tops. So you got to drop them a tweezer top. So this is a tight stop here, considering those two are on top of each other, but we'll see. If it stops us out, I will definitely look for a re-entry. But we are guaranteed $975 in this trade.
Yeah, I took a short. I'm now at 163 on 2 XFAs. Just trying to copy trade. I don't have all my screens and my mouse, and I'm all discombobulated. So
I get it.
I've scaled down a bit.
But just in my defense, with him not having all that stuff, he's only going to take 3 ticks anyway. So does it really matter?
That's why I gotta have my stuff. I gotta have my clicker.
There we go. There we go. They're gonna push it this time. You now have your order sitting right here at this low 1250. I mean, right on top of it. So see all these.
About 30 seconds left in this candle, and it's a woo.
Yeah. I'm thinking about going to move to 60-20. That guarantees me 1275. So we've slowly moved our stop now. Like we're gonna. It would be nice not to and I'm gonna move you on down now. We'll just keep trailing until. You know what? We don't even need you there. We don't even keep that on there anymore. We don't need to take profit. We're just doing. It's going to trail it all the way down until it stops us out. Why not? Right?
Well, I mean, you're playing the momentum. I don't expect to snap down through that entire zone. That would be awesome. But
I mean, if it does, we're probably just going.
Hit that
close
button.
position right here. Negative 13,300. So we're not getting the full rate. We got a good move down. New York Fed survey, U.S. household in October saw inflation running 2. I forgot we had data coming out. 2.9% over the next year, the lowest 1 year outlook in 4 years. That should be bullish, but see a little bit of move on it. But Roy, it's a little after 10. I think we're finna call it here. So
yeah, sounds good.
3-year inflation is 2.5%. And October from 2.7, so it's actually moved. So you're seeing a move up here. 5-year view now is 2.8 to 2.9%. So you are seeing a little pop with that news. This might come take us out. It might not. It's not. It liked it for a second and doesn't seem to be loving it anymore. So
puts are rising still.
Okay.
You are getting just a nice put move to the downside.
So we're going to continue to trail this down. We are to the point now where we can go to this one. So 13.12 wasn't much, but we moved it. And now we'll wait for not only this candle. Oh, that candle's still off there. We're going to leave it there anyway. I don't care.
That's a nice.
Keep going. We'll see. We got overall it's 800. So now we're risking $500 for the move to continue to move. So our risk reward is adjusting with us. And this is for you guys that ever wonder before we get off here. A lot of you wonder, how do you add to a winning position?
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you're short, this pop back up here was a perfect spot to add short back if you think it's going to continue to go down. So you still look for your same moves within it and just act like your order's not already there and you're looking for what you would get in if you didn't wasn't already in it on that one. So a little after 10, Roy.
Yeah. Call it
a couple days. Appreciate you coming to town, hanging out.
Man. Yeah, man.
Do all this. So everybody in the stream, thank you so much for joining. Please like and share. We're trying to get to 500. Kind of hit a little brick wall here last few days, so kind of stuck where we've been. But hopefully we got some good ideas. Kind of one of the reasons we came down to come up with some ideas for some new content and stuff like that to come out to kind of anything you guys might be needing. So kind of where we'll go from that and leave it there. So Roy, I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Everybody else, we'll catch you guys Thursday.
All right. Bye, guys.
Maybe. I don't know if I ended it or not. We definitely got a little delay here.